Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful Monday, September 30 update. Ridge's emotional roller coaster, Taylor's truth, Katie's quiz. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers update for Monday, September 30, reveals that Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., will plead with Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, who just lost consciousness after experiencing chest pain and shortness of breath. Ridge has no clue what's going on, but he'll remain by Taylor's side as he pushes her to wake up and come back to him. Taylor will indeed awaken, but she may try to brush all this off at first. It's easy to imagine Taylor claiming she waited too long to eat or something along those lines. However, Ridge will sense that something is seriously wrong and will keep pushing until Taylor finally confesses. Taylor is on the verge of telling Ridge about her heart disease diagnosis and the fatal outcome her doctor expects, so he'll be on quite the emotional roller coaster. There's a good chance Taylor will kick off her confession by the end of Monday's B&B episode. Over with Katie Logan, Heather Tom. She'll quiz Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, about his dad and how he really feels now that he's settling back in Los Angeles. Will may admit his feelings regarding Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, are still pretty complicated. Will really looked up to Bill as a kid, but then his father destroyed their family. After seeing how much Bill hurt Katie, Will isn't eager to see her sign up for more pain and disappointment. That said, Will obviously still loves Bill, and his inner child may long for a reunion between his parents on some level. The main thing is that Will wants Katie to make decisions for herself instead of surrendering to Bill's pressure. Will wants the same thing for himself when it comes to his career, so he'll confess to Katie that he doesn't want to work at Spencer Publications. Instead, Will latch onto Katie's Forrester Creations plan as the right road to head down. Based on our B&B predictions, Will's going to carve out a nice spot at Forrester against Bill's wishes, so we'll bring you updates on the father-son drama this could lead to. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Bill's going to get some frustrating news about Will's next job soon, so stay tuned. Monday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful opens on a picturesque morning in Los Angeles, but for Ridge Forrester, it's anything but serene. His mind is spinning, a whirlwind of conflicting emotions tearing through him. His face, usually composed, betrays the turmoil within. Ridge has always prided himself on keeping his emotions in check, but today feels different. The delicate balance he's maintained for so long is cracking, and it's all coming to a head. Ridge's emotional roller coaster. Sitting in his office at Forrester Creations, Ridge stares out the window, his hands gripping the edge of the desk. The events of the past few days replay in his mind like a film on loop. His marriage to Brooke is hanging by a thread, stretched thin by the secrets and betrayals that have woven themselves into the fabric of their relationship. His heart aches for the woman he's loved for decades, but there's also Taylor, the mother of his children, the woman who understands a different side of him, and who seems to always be lurking in the shadows of his life. He feels guilty, torn between two great loves that seem destined to pull him in opposite directions. Brooke's insistence that he cut ties with Taylor has only made things worse. Ridge knows Taylor has made mistakes, but her intentions were never malicious, at least, not in the way Brooke sees them. The accusations have driven a wedge between them, and now, Ridge finds himself spiraling, unsure of where to turn. As he contemplates his next move, his phone rings. It's Thomas, his son. Ridge's heart sinks at the sight of his name on the screen. Thomas has been a source of constant worry for Ridge, his manipulation, his obsession with hope, and the lies he's told. Ridge doesn't want to believe that his son is beyond saving, but the evidence has been overwhelming. "Dad, I need to see you," Thomas says when Ridge answers. His voice is tense, desperate even. Ridge closes his eyes, already bracing himself for whatever bombshell his son is about to drop. "All right, I'll meet you at the house," Ridge replies, knowing that this conversation could either bring him some clarity or push him further into the abyss. Taylor's truth. Meanwhile, across town, Taylor Hayes is in her office, pacing the floor. She's nervous, a rare state for the usually composed psychiatrist. Today, she's decided to take a leap of faith to finally tell Ridge the truth she's been holding onto for so long. It's a truth that could change everything for her, for Ridge, and for their children. Taylor knows that her relationship with Ridge has always been complicated. They've loved each other fiercely, but life has always found a way to tear them apart. Brooke has always been the wedge, the constant thorn in their relationship. But now, Taylor feels it's time to come clean, to share something that might finally give her and Ridge the closure, or the new beginning, they both need. She picks up the phone and calls Ridge's office. When his assistant patches her through, Taylor hesitates for a brief moment before speaking. "Ridge, it's Taylor. I need to talk to you. It's important, about our past, about everything." Ridge pauses on the other end, his mind racing. He's already dealing with enough emotional baggage, but something in Taylor's voice compels him to listen. "Okay, Taylor, let's meet," he says, not knowing that this conversation will alter the course of both their lives. As Taylor hangs up, she exhales a deep breath. She's made her decision, and there's no turning back now. Katie's quiz. Over at Spencer Publications, Katie Logan sits across from Bill Spencer, her brow furrowed in thought. She's been feeling uneasy lately, a nagging sensation that something isn't quite right. Bill has been attentive, caring, and involved in Will's life, but there's a distance between them that Katie can't ignore. It's as if Bill is holding something back, and Katie, ever the inquisitive soul, has decided to get to the bottom of it. She's devised a little test, a quiz of sorts. Katie has never been one to beat around the bush, and today, she's determined to ask Bill the questions that have been plaguing her mind. She needs to know if they're on the same page, if Bill is truly committed to their future, or if he's still caught up in the cycle of betrayal that's haunted their relationship. "So, Bill," Katie starts, her voice casual, but with an edge of seriousness, "I've been thinking. We've been through a lot together, and I just want to make sure we're heading in the same direction." Bill raises an eyebrow, already sensing where this is going. He leans back in his chair, crossing his arms over his chest. "Okay, Katie, what's on your mind?" Katie takes a deep breath, steeling herself for the conversation ahead. "I just have a few questions, and I want you to be completely honest with me. No more half-truths, no more dodging. Can you do that?" Bill nods, though the guarded look in his eyes tells Katie that he's already preparing his defenses. "First question," Katie begins, her voice steady. "Do you still have feelings for Brooke?" Bill flinches, caught off guard by the directness of the question. He hesitates for a moment before responding. "Katie, you know Brooke and I have history, but—" Katie cuts him off. "Yes or no, Bill? Do you still have feelings for her?" Bill's jaw tightens. "No, Katie, I'm with you. I chose you." Katie studies his face, searching for any sign of deception. She knows Bill too well, and though his words are reassuring, there's a flicker of doubt that she can't shake. But for now, she decides to let it go. There are more questions to ask. "Okay," she says, leaning forward. "Second question. Are you ready to fully commit to this relationship? I mean, really commit. No more wavering, no more secrets." Bill doesn't answer right away, and that hesitation speaks volumes to Katie. Her heart sinks, but she presses on. "You see, Bill, I need to know if we're building something real, something lasting. I can't keep doing this dance with you, not after everything we've been through." Bill exhales slowly, the weight of her words hanging heavy in the air. He knows Katie deserves the truth, but is he ready to give it to her? As the episode draws to a close, Ridge heads to meet Thomas, Taylor prepares for her life-changing confession, and Katie waits for Bill's answer, knowing that whatever he says next could change everything. Stay tuned, because the drama is only just beginning.